Hi, this is Dave, Fell Running Guide. Welcome to this week's navigation task. This week we've got a trig point, so I want you to identify that on the map and then also see, can you identify the two features that I've circled. So we've got this point here and this one here. This week the map is the Ordnance Survey 1 to 50,000. How can we tell at a glance that it's the 1 to 50,000 and not the 1 to 25,000? Well, public rights of way are red, or this reddish purpley colour on the 1 to 50,000, whereas on the 1 to 25,000 they're green. So that's just a little tip for you if you were wondering how we know which map it is. Okay, so on there we have trig points. So we've got a trig point here, we've got one on Cold Fell here, we've got one on Talcin Fell here. So which one of those is the one in the photograph? Well, features that we can see, we've got a body of water off in the distance to the left and high ground to the right. So it can't be this one looking down at that tarn because we can't see any high ground to the right. What about this one? Well, we can look down towards the tarn, but the ground to our right is lower. The ground's dropping away to the northeast there, so that one doesn't fit. What about Talcin Fell? Well, could be looking over to there, and then we've got the high ground up here to our right. So that makes sense for the trig point. Now, what about our two features? So this one, we've got a high summit, and then the ground is dropping down and a short flattening, and then drops away again down towards this tarn. So could we see that? Well, at first glance you might think that we're looking over to Cold Fell, and then the ground dropping down, and then this flattening area here, and then dropping away to the tarn. But we need to have a little bit more of a closer look at that. So I've got the map and the photo side by side here. So if this was Cold Fell, then imagine what the ground would look like if we walked northwards. It'd be down, 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 and at that point there it would flatten and then rise again one contour up to the point there. Okay, so down, flat, rise. But look what actually happens, it just drops away and a slight steepening down and then flat. There's no rise in here, back up again. So that maybe discounts the first feature being Cold Fell. And also look at the size of this flat area on Cold Fell compared to the flat area on the 547. They're pretty much the same in distance wise across there and across there, whereas look on the photo, we've got quite a large area on there and then a very short area in comparison there. So that doesn't indicate that that feature there, the flattening, is that there. So if that's not the case, then what is? Well, what if this feature here was actually the 547 height, and then if we drop away, we've got to look for a flatter area. Well, what if this was just slightly more towards us and it's this opening out of the contours there as we look from across here, looking across. So that is what we're actually looking at. That is the 547 height, which is that. And then this feature here is that flattening. See how the contours open out there, just in that part there. So that was your answer this week. those are the arrows showing where the features are. So hope you got it right. If you did think it was Coldfell, I hope you can now look at it and think, oh yeah, of course, it all makes sense now. Anyway, thanks for watching. Look out for next week's navigation task. Bye for now.